Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Salam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Good night, guys. In this discussion, I had the opportunity to be a moderator. Of course, I'm not alone. Here I'm with three of my best friends. The first is Kunasta Inin, the second is Cindy Dwi Ulandari, and the last one is Nadia Resti Ferawati. Okay, guys, in this discussion, each speaker is required to provide an explanation about their experience in learning English, which includes several aspects: listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Okay, first I invite Cindy to provide an explanation on the topic.
Okay. Thank you, Nisa. My name is Cindy. I will explain some of my experiences in learning English. The first is my learning the first is my learning experience listening. To be honest, learning to listen is quite hard for me because it takes a serious and repeated practice. Besides learning to listen from the TOEFL, usually I also learn through listening to songs, podcasts, and films in English. It can hone listening skills and increase my vocabulary. The second is my learning experience to speak. When I learned to speak English, I had a very difficult time because I was not used to speaking English every day. And finally, I lacked confidence to speak. But to overcome that, I finally started to get used to practice the habit of speaking English with some of my friends. And until now, I'm still practicing speaking English even though slowly. The third is my learning experience of reading. I usually practice by reading news and articles on the internet. By reading, I also learn the correct pronunciation. Then, the fourth is my learning experience writing. I usually practice writing essays properly by paying attention to grammar and others. Then the fifth is vocabulary learning experience. Of course, learning vocabulary is very important for me. Usually to increase my vocabulary by listening to songs, reading articles, and etc. Then the sixth experience of learning pronunciation. This is also very important because pronunciation is the act of the giving the correct sound of the letters in the word. The way I learn pronunciation is by studying and practicing the theories of the organs of pronunciation, repeating groups of sounds that are quite difficult to pronounce. The last experience is learning grammar. Grammar in English is difficult and complicated, but it is one of the important components in English. Grammar is a support in speaking and writing English. That's why I learn grammar even though it's difficult because it's very important. Yeah. Enough for my explanation.
Okay, Cindy, thanks for your explanation. And next, I invite Anin to give an explanation.
Okay, thank you Nisa for your question. My name is Gunasa Inin. I will share my statement about your question. So, when I was learning English, I can use a vocabulary because vocabulary is a core component of language proficiency and provides much of the basis for how learners speak, listen, read, and write. Without an extensive vocabulary and strategy for acquiring new vocabulary, learners often achieve their potential and may be discouraged from making use of language learning opportunity around them, such as listening to the radio or a podcast or video from YouTube, listening to the native speaker, using language in different contexts, reading or watching television. In line with learning English vocabulary is different from Indonesia viewed from home, including pronunciation and spelling, meaning, and the word use. In addition, the way of how pronunciation the word is quite different from reading. Therefore, people, especially students who learn English, often find difficult in learning vocabulary. This is not, this is this enough to my statement, Nisa.
Okay, thank you, Anin, for your explanation. And last, Nadia, please give your explanation.
Okay, thank you, Nisa. I'm Nadia Resti Ferawati. Here, I would like to explain about my experience of learning English. For the first, listening. Listening is skill that some people need to work at harder than other, especially listening in a second language. Listening in a second language requires greater focus. I get great experience during learning English, especially when I learn listening comprehension. It is very difficult from when we listen to English songs. And of course, I have some difficulties when listening, but I keep trying to always focus when learning listening. Because from listening, we also learn a lot of materials, and in my opinion, listening is as exciting as other aspects of English. And also, I also have a lot of experiences in each aspect. I'm very happy that I can learn speaking, which I will definitely face difficulties in practicing it. That's because English is my second language. To improve our speaking, we don't have someone to talk, but because we can talk in front of mirror or camera. If we just wait for someone to talk, our English will not improve. And while learning speaking, I can also learn how to pronounce the words. And in English, it is usually called as pronunciation. When speaking English, we must pay attention to pronunciation because if we make a little mistake in pronouncing a word, the meaning can be different too. And for vocabulary, I usually learn it when I study grammar, reading, or writing. That's because when we are reading or writing, we will find new vocabularies every day, whether it's when writing or speaking. And for reading, I study it using novels or poetry books. The reason for using novels or poetry to learn reading is that I really like them. Thank you. That's all my explanation.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. Okay, guys, you have given an explanation of the topics discussed well. Before moving on the next topic, did you have any questions?
I have a question for Anin. Okay, so Anin, what difficulties do you find when learning each aspect of English, and how do you overcome those difficulties?
Okay, Nadia, thank you for your question. I will explain about my answer. I think the difficult in learning all aspect of English is accent because English is very challenging language because there are so many variants. Where essential, the same language it is spoken in very different ways in the various countries that make it a primary language, such as the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. As we have seen, the language is even spoken with variants in England, with regional dialect introducing a local vocabulary, including unique words and sayings, and the whole language sounding very different in Scotland from that in England and different again in Wales and Ireland. In England, there are distinctive dialects such as Geordie in Northumberland, Brummy in the Midlands, South in Liverpool, and West Country in Devon, Cornwall, and Somerset. Not to mention many other famous British accents. Getting used to the different voice which I might find a little difficult to practice while speaking to English will take the time, adding an extra layer of complexity to an already complicated language and how I do overcome this difficult? The first is record the voice of a native speaker. Record the voice of a native speaking at the normal tempo, then transcript. When I have done to replaying it, listen to the first sentence, pause, then copy. In this page, you can be looking at the transcript as a reference. Pay close attention to how the native speakers speak, starting from intonation, pronunciation, and so on. Do this for the following sentence. Second is video or podcast. Podcast listening a lot will help a lot. Try listening to the same video regularly until I really get the hang of it. Wherever the opportunity arises, do so as often as possible. For example, when taking the train, bus, and so on while traveling to a place, my time won't be wasted along the way, but it is worth it, and I recommend podcast teach BBC Learning English, English with Emma, and etc. Third is say it's out loud every day. Read English article alone for at least uh, 5 minutes until 20 minutes. According to research, it takes 3 months of a practice to develop strong oral muscles to speak a new language. This is enough my explanation.
Okay, any other questions, guys?
Okay, I'm sure Nadia's explanation is because learning English for each individual is different, and I'm sure the method used by Nadia can also improve learning English. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the response. You are right. Each individual has each individual has their own way. It may work for themselves, but it is possible that the method used can work for other people as well. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's move to the second topic. In this topic, there are four aspects that the speaker must explain. These four aspects relate to the issues we have described previously. The first aspect is about the type of teaching. The second aspect is about the strategies we have ever had. And the third aspect is about the types and amount of practice. And the last aspect is about your experiences of using skills. And the first, I invite Nadia to give an explanation.
Okay, Nisa. Okay, I will give my explanation. My skill in particular area of English still needs to be improved. Even so, I'm certain that my skills are always improving. I can feel it, but I cannot see it. And the type of teaching, I usually use pictures, flashcards, or games to improve reading, speaking, and vocabulary memorization skills. To improve speaking, improve speaking skills, can also use discussion in order to foster a sense of self-confidence as well. Occasionally, I use songs to improve listening skill. The reason of using song is that we can still find the fun side of learning English. Besides being able to improve listening skill, it can also improve the pronunciation. And for the strategies, there are two important strategies that I have ever had since I first learned English, especially for speaking and listening. First, never stop practicing, whether it's for speaking, writing, reading, or listening. That's because by always practicing, we will not lose our skills. Second, always apply English in daily life. I'm sure that our English skills will continue to be trained so that without realizing it, our skills are improved. Why always apply and practice English in daily life? That's because it is the key to improve our skills. And I have several types of practicing which can make my English develop well. First, note down the points that I don't quite understand. Then read the material again to understand it. I also work on questions related to what I'm trying to understand. For example, for reading, I look for reading exercises and then do them. For the second, by watching broadcasts or attractive show on YouTube, they use English. With this type of practice, besides being able to improve my reading, listening, and pronunciation, I also get pleasure. The third, before practicing, I have to watch my favorite YouTube channel first so that my enthusiasm for learning English increases. As for the amount of practice, I don't have if I don't have a specific amount. I usually practice when I have free time, such as when waiting to change from one course to another course. For me, as long as there is a chance and time for practice, even if it's just a little, I have to use the opportunity to practice really well. I'm sure by that way we will not get bored with the monotonous amount of practice. And the last four experiences of using my skills. Okay, I have some enjoyable experiences of using my skill. I got some accelerate and sad things. It is good when my skill is very useful, and I feel sad when I'm not optimal in using my skill, so that the results that I get are also less than optimal. An example from experience was when I taught grammar. It's likely that I was less than optimal in explaining the material and lacking in giving examples. So I feel that my students also didn't get what they need. Another example for my experience when I used my speaking skill to talk to foreigners. It was so much fun, and the reason why it was fun is that I never thought I could talk to foreigners. That's all my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Nadia for your explanation. And next, Anin, please give your explanation.
Thank you, Nisa, for your question. I will explain about my answer. Language learning strategy is an accomplished strategy student to improve language learning, efficient ability, language self ability, language self confidence, mental activity, behavior action, and various other techniques. Learning strategy proposed by several experts include activity or use of technique carried out by the student from planning, implementing activity to evaluation and follow-up program that occur in situation. Education to achieve certain goals, the nature of learning strategy very personal, differ from one individual to another because this is an invisible mental process. Language learning strategy, this can be identified through behavior manifestation. For English learning strategy, I am more interested in cognitive strategy because the most essential strategy in learning is the use and transformation of the target language. Some language learning strategy that are include in cognitive strategy are repeating, saying, or doing something over and over again, listening to something, practicing or imitating a native speaker, recognizing and using formula and pattern with this strategy, students understand and use certain patterns. Practicing naturalistically using it in natural situations such as reading a letter to a friend. Uh, Next is getting the idea quickly. This strategy is skimming to get the main idea or scanning to get specific information. Using research for receiving and sending messages. Using printed or non-printed source. Example, listening text to understand message. Listening or reading or delivering message. Speaking of reading. Next is translate text from Indonesia to English or from English to Indonesia to understand or produce English text. Next is taking notes. Recording my idea is a strategy for understand reading and listening or creating text, speaking or reading. And last is summarizing. Making a summary of a text is a learning strategy also for understanding a text, listening and reading, or making text, speaking and reading. And this is very useful for me who is still a beginner in learning English, such as reading article from abroad from the various page, listening to public speaking, and etc. Okay, enough to my explanation.
Okay, thank you for your explanation, Anin. And last, Cindy, please give your explanation.
Okay, thank you, Nisa. The strategy that I once had was that I once listened, then imitated or read, and then spoke, then wrote, then corrected grammar in English. I studied it all carefully, and there are six types when I learn English, namely practicing, practicing, namely practicing listening, reading, speaking, writing, then correcting grammar, and I do all of that several times and gradually. Then my experience using all of these skills was very interesting because I felt challenged by learning English properly and correctly. Yeah, that's all my explanation.
Okay, Cindy, thanks for your explanation. And do you have any questions, guys?
Yes, I have a question for Cindy. Cindy, I have some questions for you. Uh, why English is important for your future? Can you explain?
Okay. Knowing English is increases your chance of getting a job, of getting a good job in a multinational company within your home country or for finding work abroad. It's also the language of international communication, the media, and the internet. So learning English is important for socializing and entertainment as well as work. Yeah, that's my explanation, Anin.
Okay, thank you for Cindy and Anin. Okay, guys, you guys have explained the questions very well. This is the conclusion and closing for our discussion this time. Without a wide vocabulary and strategies for acquiring new vocabulary, learners often reach their potential and may be discouraged from taking advantage of the language learning opportunities around them, such as listening to the radio, listening to native speakers, using language in different contexts, reading or watching television. And by learning English vocabulary is different from Indonesian in terms of form, including pronunciation and spelling, meaning, and use of words. And to master listening requires serious and repeated practice so that we get used to it and it is easy to understand what we are listening to. And last, let's close our discussion this time by reading Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Thank you guys for explaining questions very well. I really appreciate and thank you for joining today's discussion. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.